Look at that. Supposed to now drench it with garlic butter.
Yummy!
Hello, today we're testing some more viral TikTok recipes from the World Wide Web of Talk. All being well, by the end of the day, Tom and I will be suitably nourished by 3 different recipes indeed, including, which kind of throws back to the last one which we're going to start on, first of all, air fryer crumpet garlic bread, which is quite a, sounds like a band or something like that. You can see it on the screen there, it looks pretty cool as we're looking through this. It's a little bit too soon. Yesterday was literally the day we did the 50 clove garlic bread, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the smell's just about left the house.
The good news is though, I went to the supermarket this morning.
Yesterday I came here for garlic. I'm getting some garlic again, and there was a problem.
Yeah, they're black, so just to let you know.
Are they still
They're still on the shelf, yeah.
Let's see if we can get any, or if they've been replaced, or they've done nothing at all.
Fair play, it does look like they have changed them over. These actually look new. I feel like I've done a roll for the public. So these are the ingredients we've got. We've got some softened butter. We've also got some 3 cheese blend, it says. I couldn't get that. I got 4 cheese blend, so I'm not going to go through the process of finding that 4th cheese and like picking it out.
Which is the 4th cheese that they don't want you to have?
I don't know. You could say anything and I'd believe you. I'm not going to shed a tear if we make up the last one.
No, that's enough.
No? Okay.
And then
Also got some flaky salt. I asked for that. And hey, we haven't had enough garlic recently. I've got some garlic salt, some parsley, crumpets. We're going to half moon those. Half moon's just basically the posh term, Tom, for slicing it in half, I think. It's a very technical step. Apparently we take the crumpet and go, whoa. Okay, let's have a look at these garlic bulbs. Oh, look, there we go. Way better. And I only need 4 cloves. All right, so butter there. In goes that water slide of the garlic cloves going in there. Garlic salt that I've got there, so it's flaky salt. Parsley. A little teaspoon of this goes on each half, apparently. So we spread it onto our crumpet. And it looks a bit boring right now because it's just sat on there like that. But once that gets warm, it's gonna seep into the crumpet. I do remember actually, people were like, when I did the homemade crumpet video, what the heck is a crumpet, Barry? Well, it's a big holy thing that you put a load of butter in after toasting it, and it's blooming gorgeous. Cheese, I'm gonna go proper messy with that. You do 1/2. And then apparently we turn it into this like mega crumpet sandwich. So we take a half like that and put it on there. That actually looks really, really cool. We are building effectively a stack of cheesy crumpety rainbows. We grab our air fryer bucket, foil line that, and shove in those crumpet sandwiches cut side down like a row of speed bumps. 160, it says 10 minutes. That's all it's about, browning the cheese and toasting those crumpets. 40 quid bargain. 2 minutes in and there is a distinct waft of melty garlic going on. I'm gonna have a little look. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. That looks actually world class.
that smells really nice. I genuinely thought I'd be put off the smell of garlic for a long period of time, but
it's sort of like a meal of a merge there. It's not just whole, like we were proper garlic town, weren't we? Oh! Look at that. Supposed to now drench it with garlic butter. 2 reasons I'm not doing that. 1, we had enough yesterday, as you said, and 2, I might have got rid of the rest of it. But can we not agree on this, that looks absolutely phenomenal. The cheese on the top is very hard. It's sort of baked it and browned it. Oh baby. I'm gonna go for sandwich style. But I think it actually needs a bit more garlic. Like the garlic butter on the top might have actually enhanced that, but absolutely incredible. The crunch is there. It's pillowy, cheesy, herby, really, really nice. And that was like cooked in like 8 minutes.
That's the right amount of garlic for me.
Yeah.
I think you've been blinkered by yesterday.
Yeah, it was just a garlic festival. Right, thumbs up. Next one.
Very good.
All right, so this is the condensed milk custard phyllo pie. Look at that. What a name. It sounds insane. I've done something similar before, so I've got high hopes for this. So ingredients-wise, we've got some butter that's been melted, some sheets of phyllo pastry, condensed milk, normal milk, some vanilla extract. I got that really expensive stuff, but I don't know if that'll make much of a difference. And 2 eggs that I've just cracked into a bowl. So after preheating your oven, you get the phyllo pastry sheets. These things are super delicate. Use the melted butter to brush each sheet at a time, and you're supposed to sort of crinkle it up into some sort of accordion-like thing. Just scrunch it, just literally like that. That feels like the most unauthentic, organised step ever, but it's dripping with butter. And then we just grab our dish and just wedge it in there like that. That's pretty cool. Just got to do that a lot. Tom's actually helping me. It's taking way too long.
It's a lot of pastry to fill that bowl.
Last one going in. I think that's enough, but you could probably really, really make it super tight. So it's just like a whole layer of Frito pastry. In the oven it goes. This is the first bake for 20 minutes just to get the pastry going apparently, and then, oh yeah, flavour down. So whilst that was in the oven with the eggs that were already cracked in the bowl looking quite lonely, we added in the condensed milk, the milk and the vanilla extract. Whisk that all together to make it into one lovely mixture.
So I've never knowingly had, I must have had it in stuff.
Yeah.
But I've never knowingly had condensed milk.
Never had condensed milk?
No, that's
I find that fascinating.
Very nice and sweet.
Yeah, it is good. Once it was baked, that pastry looked amazing. We then got our whisked mixture and poured it all over to fill in those grooves. Oh, wow. What a day, what a day! Into the oven it went for another 20 minutes to bake and set into those grooves, and once it came out, woo! It's ready. Not quite sure. What a noise. The recommended serving quantity for this. I've got no idea how clean this is going to come out. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yes, 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 yes. Look at this. Colour, crunch, moisture. So it's not fully set. I like that. Oh my goodness. Letting it snow. That looks incredible now. Optional, but it's enhanced it, I think. And here it is. Look at that. That looks absolutely insane. I'm over the moon with that, and it's time to taste it. So we will do that. But just before I do, I did this thing for Patreon recently where I said, hey, anyone that signs up to my Patreon tier can actually be in for winning a free pizza oven that I was going to send to the winner. However, I paused my Patreon for January, so nobody could sign up. So I'm just going to extend that by 2 weeks. More info on that soon. Let's taste this. It's almost caramelised. Like in there, it's, you know, really, sort of saying like caramel?
Yeah, and it's really custardy as well.
The slightly baked, sugary, milky vibe, so like that condensed milk has gone caramelly.
Yeah, it's almost a little bit sort of tacky and sticky inside where it's gotten into the pastry
every
sheets.
Little groove. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Right, the last one might be a little bit quirky, but we better get on with it. The final one, as you can see right here, is called a crispy feta, hence the pun, fried eggs. And there's optional ways to serve this. We're going to do a tortilla with avocado on it. This could be amazing. I've very rarely had feta, a few times, but yeah, I think this is going to be another good one. So this thing is going to need an optional avocado mash topping, which is very cool indeed. You get them in all the nice cafes, don't you? He's a horrible person, but he does avocado. One of my favourite tools. This thing doesn't always work though. We go around, scoopy, scoopy, scoop. Just gonna wash my hands a minute. The juice of half a lemon going in here just to give it a little bit of kick, and also more importantly to stop it discolouring, because we've got some other bits to do and I do not want brown avocado. So we'll just mash this. And this is actually completely optional for this recipe, so there we go, lemony avocados to go on a tortilla, but it's not about that, it's about the egg. This is a block of feta. That's actually 200 gram block. It says I only need 20 grams. I don't know, feta to me tastes like sour cream. Crumble the feta, but with a bigger aim of creating like a circle for our egg to sit in. There we go, look at that. Okay, so apparently we now crack an egg inside. Oh, get in there. A couple of these in there. We get the oregano on there. Touch of crushed chilies, look at this. Gotta say, that's smelling amazing. So I'm just gonna warm this. Like rotating it every so often, charring it lightly. Put some avocado down. Oh my gosh, Boston. You scared the life out of me. Cheeky squeeze of lemon juice on there. Nice. And a pip. Do you want a pip? Bit of crunch, Tom? Do you want some?
Yeah, I'll have the pip.
Yeah? Oh, look at the browned edges. Oh, I'll tell you what, look, I'm getting under it. I'm getting under the egg. Oh, wow. That goes in there. Are you keeping up so far? It's quite a fast recipe, this one. This is some garlic chili oil. Oh my gosh, that's quite a lot. And that is it.
I'm really excited that we've got extra garlic on there as well. Why not?
Yeah, why not? It's like a frisbee with an eyeball. Oh, look at that. Oh. Sorry, Ric Flair. Woo! That's good. It feels quite nice as well. Like, it feels a little bit healthier than everything else we've had.
Yeah, salty, nice salty cheese. Avocado is nice and creamy. Lemon juice is nice and sharp.
I love that zing of the lemon juice.
That feels like the most rounded dish we've had all day for sure.
It doesn't feel like we're eating calories.
No,
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like we're eating a brick. Of course, you put any toppings on you want. I think the avocado was optional. Some people just have the eggs without the tortilla, but I had to do that. Any enhancements you'd do to that?
No, I think that's really good. I really like that. Maybe basil oil, maybe? A bit more chili, perhaps.
Well, what was your favourite?
This.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I've got to agree with you. I mean, not that the others weren't nice, and sometimes when I do these, they are. I mean, do check out the playlist and check out the previous ones I've done. Some of them were quite bizarre. They were all good in their own way, but that just feels, like you say, rounded, healthier. Yeah. We'll keep the recipe suggestions coming in for TikTok or as far and beyond as you like. I'll work my way through quite a list to get through, but yeah, definitely that one. See you next time. Today, I'm really, really excited. Oh my God! This is potentially one of the best indoor pizza ovens in the world. Look at this, see? The pizza going in like that, nice pizza. Watch this. How good does that look? Oh my gosh. And you know, look at that stone. You know it's been used a lot because that stone is proper charred. I really hope it's the same one. It looks very, very similar. It's called the Napoli Pizza Express. It's had some incredible reviews. It came from Italy and it was continually out of stock, but I finally got one. Now, I love pizza, as you know. We actually experimented once with this really weird indoor one with like a dome, and that was, to be fair, pretty terrible because it didn't get hot enough. My oven's got a pizza setting on it where it goes up to 280°, so really, really hot for it, and it always sets off my smoke alarm. I've also shown you the method where you can actually do it on the hob first of all, and then put it under the grill or broiler. That's another way, but you're really not getting that heat into it. Ideally, a wood-fired oven. Yeah, one like this. Yep, that is an actual wood-fired oven in my garage. You can get up to 500 degrees. It's all about that heat. Now this thing, see that there? In 8 minutes, it can warm itself up to 450°C. This isn't a sponsored video, by the way. I've paid for this, but that is 170 degrees more than my pizza oven there, which does an okay job. Oh wow, that is insanely heavy. Pizza, you can do naan breads in it, calzone, even tarts. And yes, if this is your first rodeo with me doing videos like this, we will not just do pizza in it, of course. These are possibly the most intense instructions I have ever read in my life. In fact, I've picked out some pointers. Between baking one pizza and the next, we recommend leaving the oven lid open for about 2 minutes. Rules in force.
Making sure that the capacity absorption limit marked on the simple adapters and the extensions and the maximum power limit marked on the multiple adapters are not exceeded.
What the hell does that mean? That does not make any sense to me. Make sure the appliance is used on a surface resistant to heat. Do not use it on a flammable surface like plastic, wood, cardboard, or glass. Okay, we'll get around that. Do not use the appliance near explosives, highly flammable materials, gases, or burning flames. Now, my hob is gas. As a security measure, I've turned off my gas meter and drained all of the gas out of that. That might be overkill, but I've never really seen that before. Oh, this was a funny one. Do not hold the appliance with wet hands or feet. Of course, I love carrying appliances with my feet. It's brilliant, especially after I've had a bath. Someone did tell me once there's normally like a warning message because there's a story behind it, and I'm so intrigued for that story. Oversized foods or metal utensils must not be inserted in the oven as they may create a fire or risk electric shock. That's pretty darn scary. And the last one, in bold, keep these instructions. That is what scared me. This really reiterated a lot of things today. As you know, I don't normally read the instructions. So basically it's saying it will cook any kind of pizza within about 4 to 5 minutes, either from the freezer, which we'll do, or fresh dough, which actually earlier I made some dough. In fact, this was yesterday. I got some water and yeast and sugar, just mixed it around for a couple of minutes, added the bread flour, chucked in the salt, mixed it all together, gave it a good old knead.
Added cling film on top and let it rest. In fact, that's actually been in the fridge overnight to really develop those flavors. That's optional, and just for like the fresh pizza we're gonna try and do. Now this is probably a bit overkill, but I really don't feel like setting my house on fire today. So it's now not on wood. My gas is completely off. We're in a good place. Honestly, I am so excited about this. I know there's ones by well-known brands that are both outdoors with wood and indeed indoor electrical too. Maybe I'll look at those too, but something about this just really stood out for me. Okay, so I've got a frozen pizza here, barbecue chicken. Actually, barbecue chicken it is. If I ever had to have a pizza, barbecue chicken, absolutely love it. Ooh, anything come on? No. That's because it's on 0. Spinal Tap style, we're taking this baby to 2.5. So I've got a little area to put my pizza. It's actually, I think I might have gone a bit overkill, which is quite rare for me. I've changed into a jumper to protect my arms a little bit just in case, and I've got some oven gloves as it says. So I can hold it by that and lift it up. Oh my gosh. How's your aim? Right, get that down. Close the lid. Oh, that's it. Right, 4 minutes and we'll see what we've got. But we're like 90 seconds in and there's like a real fresh smell of like baked dough and a little bit of caramelization scent in the air, which could very quickly turn to burn. Okay, we've got about 30 seconds left till it hits 4 minutes. It said 4 to 5, but I'm too excited. And what are we looking for? We're not looking for that sort of light or maybe slightly golden char that you get from an oven. I want it more than that. All right, here we go. It's actually more awkward with this. Do you know what? I think we can do it. I've got my other glove here. Whoa. Look at that. Particularly around the sides there. Look, it's almost where it's closer to the end there, where the heating element, do not touch that heating element, Barry. Yeah, look at that color. That's amazing. If we rotate that to try and get this slightly less cooked side there, back down that goes. That is seriously impressive. I'm just a little bit gutted that I had to rotate it. The only thing I've got to confess is it said to take it to 2.5 on the heat right. If there's the option to drive more heat into it and go to the max, I'm gonna do it, and that's what I did. So, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't. Whoa, I might have pushed that a bit too much. Yeah, just look at that. You would not achieve that in a standard oven. Oh, look at the crust as well. Oh wow. Even bubbled up in some places. I have to say, remember this is a frozen pizza. That is a phenomenal start.
This looks really different when you cook it in the oven.
You mean that, or the fact that I've got a porcelain slab in the house?
Both.
I thought it looked, visually it looked amazing.
Tastes good.
Yes. I'm not in the bad books now. Sorry about the gas being off as well. I do think that might have been overkill. So there's loads of recipes in the instructions that I could do, but I made that fresh dough earlier. Let's do a fresh pizza. Today isn't really about pizza sauce and the toppings. It's all about this machine really. So I'm just got my dough that I've made. I'm just shaping it a little bit. The fact that we know this isn't going to take long to prep the pizza, we might as well get it warming back up. So it's not even going to take me 10 minutes to make this, but hey ho. So some pizza sauce. Now this is a mozzarella ball. We could just tear it on. I've got some pepperoni here, but what I actually kind of want is the mozzarella to weigh it down. So I'm actually lifting some pieces up and I'm going to be proper confident now. I've not turned my gas back on, but no oven gloves at all. Ugh. Take this, straight down on there, boom. Ah! Here we go. Whilst that is cooking away, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. And if you are, make sure all your notifications are turned on. I upload regularly each week. And if you'd like to consider supporting the channel on Patreon, I've got early access videos, extended videos no one else will ever see, names at the end of the videos, behind the scenes, Discord channel, loads of cool stuff like that and giveaways. But this thing, I am actually going to give away to one Patreon. Although I would normally sign this and give it away, I'm actually going to get a brand new one and send it direct to one of you. Yep, I'm that impressed with it already that I'm going to get one for one of you guys. And if you're a non-patron, you can have a chance too. Anyone that signs up to my top tier Patreon by the end of the 31st of January 2024, I'll put your name into a raffle where I will buy you and send to your house wherever you are in the world one of these machines. So yeah, it won't be this one, it'll be a brand new one that I'll buy myself. Any new patrons on my top tier will go into the raffle. Oh my gosh, yes! Some basil on there and a shimmy of olive oil. That has worked out amazing. I love that deep blistered charring of it. I got to show you the base, hang on, let's have a look. Ah, yes! Ow! Ow, ow, ow! That's really, really hot. Mate, that is 1200 watts of electric pizza goodness. Yeah. Oh, yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah?
I have just burnt the roof of my mouth. That's so, like, crunchy.
Oh, I know what you mean. That is insanely hot. But that just shows how hot that got.
Can't taste anything now.
But I was thinking, obviously, I've turned it up to the max. What you could do is do it to 2.5 just to warm the stone, get the dough down, and then crank it so the heating element cooks the top faster, so you've got a bit more control with the base. But as it is, I'm really happy with that. That's not too bad at all. And nothing rose up.
So, so nice.
Like the frozen pizza was fine, but this just takes it up a notch. That dough and the fresh mozzarella really helps. Just made Chloe a dairy-free cheesy one. Oh, look at that. Look at the state of that. Oh my gosh.
That's heaven.
Look good?
Thank you.
I think that's the best I've ever seen that dairy-free cheese melt, to be fair. Actually looks like cheese rather than plastic. So I want to have some fun with it now. With it being effectively an oven, we can cook pretty much anything in it. So one of the things it suggests in the manual is fish. And no pun intended, on the hunger scale, I could do with some fish. Well, I've actually haddock enough of cod. This is haddock, but it's just one of those foil trays that you buy with a buttery sauce on it. So normally you would place this in an oven for 25 minutes-ish, around about 200°C. See, this is double the heat. And I'm getting confident with it now. And the only thing I'm worried about is it going to touch that heating element? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Damn. Be right back. It's kind of like my my Christmas wrapping, folks. Let's see if that'll help. Come on, baby. Yes! Fish supper tonight. Oh, I forgot to turn it on. Right, let's see what that does in a minute. Folks, I've applied the sexy lens to show you the buttery fish. Oh my gosh. Look at that bubbling away. That is gorgeous. Absolutely incredible. And that's been 6 minutes. So we've shaved nearly 20 minutes off the cooking time. It's just a very, very hot machine. Ooh, okay, cool. Amazing. Cooked all the way through, not just hot on the top. Perfectly charred and crunchy. That has worked a charm. Now there's one other thing I want to try today, and that's it, our old friend Creti Bocca mix. So we have got some peanut butter brownie mix here. If you look behind, there's a bowl there with the batter already made up, but we swirl the peanut butter in. And I bought this foil roasting tray. You know, the sort that people will probably put their turkey in Christmas dinner, something very, very big. So we've already learned how high we need to make this. Let's try and manipulate this a bit and then pour our batter in. Because if that works, we're gonna have indoor pizza oven peanut butter brownies. Wow. Could just use tin foil. So I'm gonna just push this batter down. Wow, that is thick, but we don't know how much that's gonna rise. So we'll keep adding more. And now we swirl it with the peanut butter. So this would normally bake for 22 minutes at 180°C. So based on the fish with that temperature, this could only take around 6 to 7 minutes. Oh gosh, I can smell burning. Oh my gosh! It's charred. I mean, if we were doing like wood-fired brownies as well, it would probably look like that on the top. I'll have to see if they're cooked first. The good news is, as this cools down, the pizza stone's still got a lot of heat in it, so it's still technically cooking it from the bottom, which is probably the most important part. But these are actually quite thin brownies. It's risen up, so that might be all right. Do you want to try some brownie? I would like to call it charred. That is actually cooked through. That is really, really nice. That first top layer that's charred there, it's almost giving it like a tiny thin skin of like deep smoky flavour that's gone in with the peanut butter and the sweetness and giving it like a real, almost like a wood-fired taste. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it smells like we're around a campfire in here right now. And it tastes like it too.
That tastes a lot better than it looks.